Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brother T, Freemason, cigar enthusiast with VCR, tapes rolling on another cigar review video for you folks. Today, we're smoking the Aganorsa Rare Leaf Reserve in Robusto, and I'm excited. One, because it's a fantastic day outside. Two, because Aganorsa Leaf produces some fantastic cigars, and I expect that this is not an exception to that rule. Initial impressions, it has a coffee bean brown type coloration to it. It has a slightly oily sheen in terms of finish. It has visible veins, visible seams, a moderately firm pack, a triple cap, and it's almost toothless to the touch, except for the slightest of friction coefficients that exists, so almost there to being smooth to the touch, almost. Pre-light aroma, it edges a little bit more on the sweeter side. Little cocoa there, a little bit of a barnyard element, certainly some earth. Let's cut and light. Initial impressions, there's a bready component there, slight leather, a little bit of pepper, some earth, slight back of throat scratch that's building, draw, moderately dense, slight coating to the mouth, more oily than cream. Fantastic light so far. We'll see how it develops. All right, everybody. Getting to that 1 inch in mark. Cigar started off bready, black pepper, earth, little back of throat scratch, some heat there. The heat and back of throat scratch, by and large, are all but gone. And those notes have transitioned a little bit. We're still holding on to some wood note there. It's a wood to cedar at time. Earth is certainly still present. But on the retrohale, we have notes of cornflake and cocoa. The regular draw, there's a leather component there as well, if I left that out in the initial tasting there. In terms of blend, we can walk through that right now. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. So what does that mean? All the tobacco is from Nicaragua. In this particular case, it's all from Aganorsa, and they use both a Nicaraguan wrapper, of course, but they have a Criollo and Corojo filler, and they have a Criollo double binder. So certainly something that's fantastic. It was a cigar that was designed to use kind of low yield blends or highly sought after tobaccos, and they're releasing them in quantities that are smaller to introduce some sustainability in terms of it being a regular product offering from Aganorsa Leaf. So I would encourage you folks, if you see these come on sale, if you see them available, I'd scoop one up. They're quite fantastic so far. More to come. All right, everybody. Getting to that point where we can undress this guy, remove the band. All right, we can talk about those bands a little bit as we bring them off here. There's one. And number two. And we can talk about these bands a little bit here. It has a kind of moderately contrasting color palette. The primary notes are almost a brickish amaranth, a buttered cream, and gold. There's embossed elements throughout. It's certainly on adequate paper stock, so well done, Aganorsa, well done. In terms of tasting notes, we have a very forward nut right now, and it's fantastic. There's still some elements of black pepper, a little bit of cocoa, slight leather. And what is turning into a nutmeg component. It's really fantastic. It's very engaging. Can't speak highly enough of it. It is certainly, in terms of savory or sweet, it's sweet. Not as sweet as it was when it started, but it certainly is along that genre in terms of contrasting elements from a savory or a sweet cigar. It lands more sweet to my palate. Certainly fantastic for those folks that like a dessert type of stick. This really fits in that wheelhouse or within that archetype. More to come. All right, everybody. Getting down to the end here. Hashtag Nub Club. Time for the cigar wrap up. We'll jog through some tasting notes real quick. What we're getting right now, there's nut, cocoa. There's a wood to a cedar at times. Still a black pepper component. A little bit of leather that hangs on. There's a coffee element, and a slight bit of cream. I know I threw a lot at you, but this is a complex cigar. What I will say is you should vary or play around with your draw cadence. It seems to respond differently depending on your draw temperatures. So when the cherry is hotter, in my experience, it seems to bring some of those maybe more nut tasting notes to the foreground, and it allows you to experience all of the dynamics that the cigar has to offer and all the kind of flavor facets that exist within this blend. It is fantastic. It's very dynamic, certainly at the very least engaging. Construction-wise, no issue. Ash held on in probably about 1-inch increments or so. Nothing to complain about there. In terms of burn, it was by and large razor sharp. To the extent that it wasn't, it was self-correcting. The draw, it's creamy, it's thick, it's dense, kind of has a little oily residue in your mouth. It's a lot like pulling water through a straw, by way of an analogy. Strength and body, this has been a building experience. It starts off moderate in terms of strength. Body's always been there. Flavor profile's pretty forward. But towards the end here, I think they both ring in terms of body and strength about a medium plus. My name's Brother T, Freemason, cigar enthusiast with VCR, and today we smoked the Aganorsa Rare Leaf Reserve in Robusto. And as always, smoke 'em if you got 'em.